we think CBDC can improve financial inclusion is through what we call programmability. That is, CBDC can allow government agencies and private sector players to program, to create smart contracts, to allow targeted policy functions. For example, welfare payment. For example, consumption coupon. For example, food stamp. By programming CBDC, those money can be precisely targeted for what kind of people can own and what kind of use this money can be utilized. For example, for food. So this potential programmability can help government agencies to precisely target their support to those people who need support. So that way can also improve financial inclusion.
A key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability. And also we will have the technology to enforce that. Those two issues are extremely important, and that makes a huge difference with respect to what cash is.
Today, I'm proud to say that under the UK's presidency, the group of the world's 7 most advanced economies, the G7, is launching a set of public policy principles for retail central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. Central bank digital currencies could be a digital version of money, a bit like a digital banknote that could be used alongside physical notes and coins. Unlike most of the digital money people use daily today, it would be issued directly by a central bank, like the Bank of England in the UK. And governments and central banks across the world are working together, looking into what having a digital currency might mean in practice. This includes issues that people care about, such as ensuring users' money would be safe and secure, that it could work with other ways to pay, would be energy efficient and available to everyone. A potential CBDC could offer businesses and consumers new ways to pay in the future. It's all part of the wider story of digital innovation that has delivered benefits to millions around the world and in the UK. The decision on whether to launch a central bank digital currency is for each country to make, and no G7 jurisdiction has yet made that choice. These decisions raise important questions about the reshaping of our economy, financial systems, and the way in which people interact with money and payments. That's why working together and careful evaluation with our international partners is essential. In the UK, earlier this year, I announced a new joint task force between the Treasury and the Bank of England to look into a potential CBDC as a complement to cash and bank deposits. We're also hearing from firms, technology experts and others. Under the leadership of the UK, this report today will help support and inform exploration of CBDCs in the G7 and beyond. With these principles, the G7 is leading an important step change in the global policy conversation. The report covers a range of important matters, such as financial stability, cyber resilience, energy efficiency, privacy, inclusion, and tackling illicit finance. These factors should all be considered when designing and potentially delivering a CBDC that would be fit for the future. Our shared objective is to ensure that CBDCs would be grounded in long-standing commitments to transparency, the rule of law, and sound economic governance. The G7 will continue its work in this important area, working with others to enhance understanding and use of these principles. We're excited to be taking a leading role with G7 members in publishing this exploratory work, bringing money and finance into the 21st century.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leverage to technology, and I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe. If you do like what you're listening to, please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works. Because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. The New World Order book is going to show you how the world works. It is definitely time to wake up out of your sleep in the times that we're in right now. Plus, guys, we know we're waiting on that next main event towards the end of the year. Like I told you, that would happen. Don't forget this is Shemitah year. And then also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's definitely time to re-educate. And also, those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon, much love, keep it coming. Do not forget I have the New World Order cryptos in my Patreon. Do your own research, but going inside of a bear market, you definitely want the cryptos that have real use cases. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores, keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we have Bitcoin and cryptos pulling slightly back, the same as the NASDAQ. Now, guys, don't forget that we have options tomorrow. I do see a slight pullback, not a big one, just because, guys, we see yields are being pushed down. And, guys, on the 25th and 26th, we saw $1 billion worth of Bitcoin liquidated. Now, guys, don't forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which we see the 10-year is below that 4%. And we've had the 2-year basically down almost 5 days straight. And we see how that's helped the stock market. And then plus, guys, we saw the dollar start to ease up. The dollar is slightly up today, but is well off the 114 where we were at. Now, guys, don't forget about volume. We see volume has come back in the market over the last few days. We know we need volume in order to make a big move up or down. And then, of course, guys, Tether, USDC, and then we have the Fed. Repo at about $2.1 trillion. Don't forget they're going to be raising rates November 2nd. We have GDP numbers that came out today. And in the media, they played it as better as expected. We know once November and December come out, the revised numbers, they're going to revise it down. But the fact is, this gives the Fed even more reason to keep the foot on the gas. We saw Canada move up theirs by like 50 basis points. ECB just did 75 basis points, and most likely we're going to be doing 75 basis points. And over these next 5 months, it's going to be crucial and it's going to get worse. We know midterms is November 8th. And we know the Hegelian dialectic is going to be turned up. We know that Republicans have their agenda, Democrats have their agenda, but they're both working on the same side. We know Republicans are not going to be spending any more money. We're going to be seeing a lot of cutbacks going into a financial storm. So that means that stocks and cryptos are going to take a beating. But guys, remember, this is all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan of the 4th Industrial Revolution. They destroyed the dollar for a reason, so therefore they could get rid of this legacy market and we can move over to the new digital economy, named the 4th Industrial Revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take over the economy, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And that's the reason why Facebook is so banking on the metaverse. Yes, the stock looks down, but guys, we don't fall for that. We know Facebook is looking 5, 10, 15 years down the road. It is definitely going to pay off. Now, guys, don't forget about Grayscale. Moved up about 500 million. Make sure you're paying attention to the actual allocations. But getting over into a little crypto news. And this article states Dogecoin gets a pump off of Elon Musk's Twitter crypto wallet rumors. But guys, we know this is all the whales. The whales just pumping and dumping. Remember, stocks and cryptos are ran by an algorithm. Now we have a record 55,000 Bitcoin. That's $1.1 billion worth of Bitcoin withdrawn from Binance. Also, we have Kazakhstan to build central bank digital currency on BNB chain. And we see these big exchanges, these big private companies helping out with CBDCs. And guys, we know CBDCs are not for the people. They can tell you what, where, and when and how to buy. And then also, you have 3 to 6 months to spend it, or poof, it's gone. It takes away all your privacy and all your control. Plus, they know everything that you're doing. That is the whole point of a CBDC. It's central bank total control. And we know that blockchain gives the NWO the all-seeing eye. And lastly, we have the Norwegian government agency opens a Metaverse tax office in collaboration with Ernst & Young and Decentraland. And the Metaverse and the virtual world reminds you of the internet when it first started, because the media is playing like Facebook has no idea what they're doing. It's 10 to 20 years away. Guys, we know it's right around the corner. Because we're in the sector, we're seeing the developments. The masses have no idea. But we're seeing the concerts in the metaverse. We're seeing the fashion in the metaverse. We're seeing governments and corporations building in the metaverse. We know the word metaverse is just a marketing ploy, but the virtual world they're definitely going to bring to a reality. And guys, remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. But guys, that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Cryptoteacher and the new Road Auto book. Plus the 3 kids' books. It's time to re-educate. Also, if you're new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, and not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Make sure you go like, subscribe, spread it everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks. Let's see where the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. Most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.